Mr. Mohamed Irshad.
Mr. Speaker, globally policing has undergone a series of transformational changes, especially the last 10 years heralding in the most technologically advanced and technologically dependent era to date. Without doubt, the next decade holds the potential to surpass these changes at an even faster rate, with futuristic technological innovation becoming a reality. Today, the Home Team faces increasing public expectations and scrutiny, changes in crime profile, and increasing non-crime related demand. They are expected to deliver improved services despite facing tough resource constraints. There is an ever-increasing pressure to deliver more for less. With the addition of digital defense as a sixth pillar of Singapore's total defense strategy, the setting up of the Home Team Science and Technology Agency, HTX, to drive innovation and develop technologies to advance the Home Team capability is timely and much needed. In my speech today, I would like to focus on two areas: evolving operating landscape and predictive policing. The operating landscape for the Home Team has vastly evolved over the years, bringing about new challenges and expectations. We are witnessing the nature of crimes evolve with rapid advancement technology. Cyber-enabled crimes in particular are becoming more prevalent and sophisticated. For instance, in 2016, Gosney malware was used to steal over US $100 million from over 41,000 businesses and financial institutions in the US, Canada, Germany, and Poland. False e-commerce transactions, fake loans, internet love scams are now among the most common scams reported. In Singapore, the threat is real, as seen in the recent hack on the SingHealth database and the leak of HIV-related data. How will the new agency work with existing ones such as GovTech, MCI, and other government agencies to mitigate such breaches without duplicating existing efforts? In the opening speech at the recent Interpol World 2019, Minister Josephine Teo highlighted three areas of innovation that hold promise: biometrics, data analytics, and digital forensics. Indeed, these areas of innovation has the potential to rapidly solve crime. Biometric facial recognition technology is able to scan through thousands of video footages to identify criminals. Data analytics is able to plow through enormous amount of data and improve sense making. Digital forensics has the ability to extract and analyze digital evidences from the latest Internet of Things, IoT devices, among others. At the heart of the Home Team transformation, digital has to be about helping officers serve the public more effectively, enabling them to spend more time problem solving, providing them the information required to make intelligent decisions faster, more effectively, and in greater depth. And I would like to remind the fundamental role of human instinct, emotional intelligence, and pragmatic decision-making in responding to situations must be recognized in designing digital. My second point on predictive policing. Declining birth rates have led to an aging population that will increase the demand for emergency services, while at the same time putting constraints on the manpower available to the Home Team to tackle these challenges. The Home Team needs to continuously innovate and leverage technology to fundamentally change the way it operates in order to deal with these challenges. The most advanced crime analytics of the day relied on analysts leveraging on geographic information systems. Regardless, the trends identified were based on what had happened, and it did not provide any insight into where crime might shift. The missing component was the ability to forecast where and when crime would occur, or in other terms, a transformation from retrospective to forecasting. The predictive policing bridges those gaps by providing the best place and time for police to problem solve. A driving force behind the shift in paradigm is the potential outcome for law enforcement to increase its effectiveness and efficiency and enhance criminal investigations and to allow agency to work smarter. It is within this political and social climate that predictive policing has emerged as a possibility of enhancing public safety. Predictive policing can become a reality here in Singapore, similar to how predictive maintenance helps to avoid breakdown of critical infrastructure in a way that is evidence-based, accountable, ethically sound, ultimately aiming to achieve crime reduction success while functioning with fewer human resources and thereby reducing operating costs. There are several models of predictive policing that Singapore can learn from. One such model, the City Pulse project by the Dutch police, was highlighted by Minister Teo in her speech earlier. I would also urge our authorities to study the Vancouver Police Department predictive policing project that has yielded remarkable results. The VPD undertook a 6-month pilot project to evaluate a newly developed machine-learned crime forecasting system that was designed to project predicted crime locations and temporal intervals. The purpose of the evaluation was to determine whether police actions guided by the forecasting system would have a measurable impact on property crime, specifically residential break and enters. The results of the evaluation indicated residential break and enters dropped substantially during the pilot study. Based on the positive crime reduction results and demonstrated ability to operationalize the technology in the police service, the predictive policing initiative was formalized and expanded into other areas of the organization. One of the most innovative applications being the community policing Block Watch program. Block Watch is all about neighbors helping neighbors. Participants watch out for each other's homes and report suspicious activities to the police and each other. In practice, the predictive policing outputs are reviewed by the Block Watch coordinators every morning, identifying the top 10% of the forecasted location with the aim to mobilize community resources for the time period that dedicated police resources are not actively deployed to predicted locations. The Block Watch captains in each estate then electronically distribute a notification to their members informing them of the increased risks with recommendation that they exercise increased vigilance during those times. The community members are reminded not to directly engage any suspicious individuals and to call the police emergency line should they witness any criminal or suspicious activities. This has the net effect of mobilizing hundreds of citizens every day and providing actionable information to the community. The ancillary benefit is that this process helps reinforce the connection and communication between the community and police that is often lacking in other community policing initiatives once they are formally established. This ongoing communication and feedback also helps foster a more inclusive approach to crime prevention and one where the community plays a critical role in its success. The pilot study found that when adequately resourced, the top 10% of the predicted crime locations could accurately interdict and prevent up to 70% of the anticipated incidents for each 2-hour interval, equal to 6 to 8 locations for every 2-hour interval. It is from this pioneering use of predictive policing technology that the VPD accomplished what police services frequently struggled with: limited resources and the inability to reassign patrol officers from often a busy call load and a dedicated emergency response. This, I believe, is a worthwhile model from which Singapore can learn from and incorporate into SG Secure, a new generation of community policing with predictive policing and community engagement. Lastly, before I conclude, I would like to seek an update from the Honourable Minister on the Lamppost as a Platform project that was announced last year for pilot rollout in 2019 by GovTech. Also, with the formation of the new HTX, will such surveillance program come under the purview of the new agency? In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, I welcome the move to set up a new agency to focus on scientific domains critical to the operations of Home Team. Without deploying digital technology, the task of fighting crime and protecting citizens becomes almost impossibly tough in a world where citizens and criminals alike are increasingly digital savvy. Failure to adopt digital technologies also restricts the ability of our Home Team officers to operate effectively within an ever more constrained operating environment. Mr. Speaker, I stand in support of this bill and any broader measure that enhances Singapore's safety and security.